And with me from sunny London is Jonathan Sacerdoti. Good evening, good to have you.
Good to be with you.
So, Jonathan, well, you know, we're saying that the Israeli politics is interesting. It seems that it's not going to be easy at all for both candidates to form a government.
That's right, and where Israel's system is set up for this kind of coalition and more proportional representation, we don't have that here. We have a first-past-the-post system, and really the coalition that we just had now is somewhat unusual for British politics, but that looks like what we might be getting again after tomorrow's voting has finished, if the polls are to be believed.
So if we're looking at the polls, it doesn't seem like a clear cut for both of them. What are they preparing in the next 24 hours?
Well, both Labour and Conservative are insistent that they're still campaigning for a majority government, but it sounds more and more hollow every time they say it. 326 seats are needed for an outright majority, and neither party managed that in 2010. There's only one clear rule for forming a government in the event of a hung parliament, and that is quite a loose one, actually, that the politician who can tell the Queen that he has a workable majority in the House of Commons is the one the Queen will authorise to form a government. So both leaders, of course, will be hoping that if there is a hung parliament, they will be able to put together a coalition that is workable. But David Cameron, as the incumbent, will be able to stay in 10 Downing Street and have the first go at that. So it's all to play for, really, and both parties are still hoping that by some pure fluke, the polls will have been wrong and they will, in fact, get a majority so that they'll be able to return a proper majority government.
Jonathan, from here we get the feeling that there is no, like, let's say, you know, campaigning on the streets. It doesn't feel like it's elections, and it's we're getting the wrong impression from Israel, because I don't feel it.
No, not at all. And there's been much criticism this time that the party leaders and politicians haven't really been meeting actual voters. It's been a very staged, managed campaign with press conferences and official appearances, photo opportunities, even Edward Miliband, the leader of the Labour Party, unveiling this giant limestone monolith with pledges literally carved into it in stone. But all these photo opportunities aside, it's true that there's been very little opportunity for real people and real voters to speak directly to the politicians and for there to be any kind of leeway in hearing what it is they're actually going to do. And consequently, the polls that we've seen from the start of the campaign through to now, with only 12 hours to go, show that there's been very little movement from any one party at all. The lines are wiggly, but basically staying in exactly the same place.
Yes, Jonathan Sacerdoti, of course, tomorrow you will be live almost all day here with us on i24 News from London, of course, broadcasting and analysing and reporting to us from London. Good to see you again, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.